I started boxing in 1981. I was excluded from school, so rather than getting into trouble, I decided to hitchhike to Grangetown and started boxing and got hooked. And I retired from boxing in 1996.
What made you want to become a trainer?
I missed the boxing side of it, the camaraderie, you know, with the lads and people from the gym. So I just decided to open my own.
And what would be like your highlights of like your boxing career?
Well, I was I never turned pro, which I'm happy in some ways and sad in others. Now I'm 40, 45, 46 year old. I had wished I'd turn pro and give it a go. Whereas at the time I was self-employed and I used to do a lot of sparring for the pros where I was paid per round. And I used to, I was the main sparring partner of Cornelius Carr, who was a British and world champion from around from Middlesbrough. So that's regrets and happy that I'm still able to string a sentence together.
Obviously you were saying before that you're going to be carrying the Olympic torch in the summer. How did that come about? It
was just, we received an email to say that I'd been nominated to carry the Olympic torch. I think the local MP in Swales had nominated me, and so I was pretty pleased with that and I accepted.
Do you know where you'll be carrying it from? Or?
No, I haven't got a clue. I mean, they're going through all security checks and you know, they check your passport and everything else. So there's like real sort of stringent checks that they go through. But I'm clean, I hope.
I mean, how does it feel to have the privilege of being able to carry the torch?
It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, it's just an amazing thing that, you know, it only happens every 4 years, and you've been chosen to carry that torch to represent, you know, your own town, which I'm very proud of where I come from. And, you know, not at my age, I'm never going to be able to go into the Olympics for anything unless like Tiddlywinks or something like that. So it's just an absolutely fantastic opportunity.
Obviously, as well, before you were saying like the Secret Millionaire's been to the gym and things. And how did the money from the Secret Millionaire benefit the gym?
It benefited it, like, you know, really. I mean, it's fantastic. You know, first of all, it was like a complete shock. You know, we thought we were told, and we checked everybody out on Google, as you do, that this guy was coming in, this Anthony Wonk, who was the award-winning director, to make a film about chorus closing. So we just didn't get it. We did 36 hours of filming, and they used like an hour and a half, so we just didn't completely get it at all. I mean, the money's been fabulous. We've brought in, we've got like lots of new kit. We've got, you know, like amazing machines that we can sort of really push the lads to full limit. We've got another boxing ring. And we pay for sometimes Cornelius Carr, who used to be my, you know, I used to spar with. He comes down and does training sessions with the lads as well now. You know, so he's a personal trainer in Bournemouth now. So we pay him to come down and give him that weekend boot camp as well.
And what did it feel like the moment, like, the uncovered that it was part of the show? Like, what did it feel like for you?
Well, I was glad in a way because it was. I almost told them to do one because it was. You know, they kept coming and saying, "Oh, can we just do this bit of filming? Can we just do this bit of filming? And can we do that?" You know, and I mean, you know what goes on with films. And when you look on the outside, you think, you know, somebody just sets the camera up, but it's not. You know, there's a lot more in depth with that. And I was actually setting off for a funeral in Margate, and they got us in at 9 o'clock at night, and I had to set off at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was like really getting annoyed with them, you know, and then it was like, you just came out of the blue with it, it was just, you know, you just can't believe it, you know?
Yeah. Obviously there's a lot of younger people who use the gym. How do you think boxing helps youths?
It's a fantastic tool. You know, it gives them discipline, it gives them self-worth, it gives them belief. It makes people understand that you can go through life and, you know, somebody might say something to you and, you know, and it gets out of hand, and in a nightclub, you know, somebody's never backed down before, so what do? They pick the first thing up, which is probably a bottle or a glass, and two people's lives are ruined. You know, with amateur boxing, actually it's a lot harder than it looks, and it's very physical, and it's very mentally sort of challenging as well. You know, so you can, if you've got to work for 10 rounds on the bags, it's quite hard. So you get into there, you work, and you realise that, you know, this isn't just plain sailing. I'm not going to go out and be the next world champion. Or, you know, it's a really intense sport. But you meet people and it diffuses situations. We have lads from South Bank, Grangetown, Dormstown, Redcar. Now these lads come together and rather than like coming together and knocking 7 bells out of each other, they now come together on the street and he recognises him from Dormstown, from Eston, from, you know, so you've got like camaraderie of the gym, you know. And so if you don't want to, you know, if you don't want to train, that's fair enough. You know, you can always do something else.
Obviously, many people would see boxing as like a rough like sport. I mean, what do you think about that image?
Well, you know, I mean, if you're going to get angry in boxing, you lose. You know, so it's like a game of chess. You know, everybody has, you know, styles make fights. You know, if you're a short guy, you know, you've got to do a certain thing to get inside on a taller guy. You know, if you're a taller guy, there's certain things you can do to stop a shorter guy getting in. So it is very taxing on the brain, and it's very safe. You know, there's not been a fatality in amateur boxing in the last 20 odd years. You know, so it's you know, it's a really well controlled sport. We have a paramedic at ringside. We have a doctor that you checked that sits at ringside. It's a very safe sport, and probably the greatest sport in the world. But I would say that, wouldn't I? What events have been held in the gym before? Like, well, it's a gym. It is, you know, it's probably only about 30% of what we do in here is the gym. It's also a community centre. We started it in 1998 and it's sort of progressed. We have like 50 different community groups using the building. We do things like, we put things on for the older generation to come in and have cups of tea and enjoy for free. You know, everything we do is cheap and cheerful, and that, you know, that's how we run things. But we've had things from all of Shakespeare's plays, you know, on one night, the comedies, to you know, chess competitions. It's so diverse what we do with it.
It seems like an ideal venue for a cultural kind of event.
Absolutely.
And what kind of music are you into yourself?
Me, I'm a huge fan of Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, the old Rat Pack. And on a Sunday I have a jukebox. I'm lucky to have a jukebox. And on a Sunday I do the ironing. I'm not soft, I don't do the shirts, so I'm alright. And I sing my heart out to Dean, Frank and Sammy, and all the doors are closed in my house.
Is there any other kind of like performing arts you enjoy?
Yeah, I really like going to the you know, to see like musicals. I went to see We Will Rock You recently, and went to see the Rat Pack live. I mean, you know, I will listen to anything, like anything cultural. I will listen to. I like quite often go around, like walk around an art gallery. My wife's an artist, and we'll quite often walk around an art gallery, and she spends ages. I like to just browse and just quickly have a look. But I like some of the modern stuff as well. You know, and I don't think that, you know, some of the works where it's like a room that's, you know, someone's just left the room, or, you know, something like that. I like things like that. You know, a lot of people say, oh, we're a load of rubbish. You know, but I like that. I think it's good.
How do you feel about like culture in Teesside at the minute? I mean, do you think there's like a lot of cultural things going on, or is there a lack?
There is. I mean, it's, you know, we've cuts and everything, you know, but we've just got to work with what we've got to work with. You know, if there's no money, there's no money.
Yeah.
So we've just got to work around what we've got. You know, and you can, if you look around, you can find things that are cheerful. And, you know, if you believe in yourself, you can go out and you can do whatever you want to do. You know, you don't have to be. It's not all about money. Sometimes it's just about you. You know, and you getting out there and doing it. And if you believe in yourself, you know, if you believe truly in your heart that you can do this, then other people will believe that as well. You know.
How does it feel to be part of our cultural event? Are you excited?
I'm really excited. I think it'd be absolutely fantastic. I think it's great for young people. You know, the university's just down the road, and I think we should be pushing this more. You know, if this was in London, they'd be shotting tons of money at this and going, hey, fantastic, you know, but it's not, it's Teesside. You know, we want to make Teesside a capital of the cultural world. For me, you know, music in Redcar is such a hotbed at the minute, young bands coming through. You know, this is what we should be doing. You know, we've got all the things that are going on the seafront. You know, the new hub, and you know, let's start bringing culture to ordinary Teessiders and let them see that it's not just about you know, some laddie-da in London listening to it, but it's about local people who can enjoy these things.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Frankie.
Great. Cheers.